Hello, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2 in Frozen Eleum Loyce. Last time I beat the Ava, I don't know, the cat. It was fairly straightforward. It took a couple tries, but now it's time to continue the exploration, and I think there is a person through here that you talk to. Right up there. You could shoot them, apparently, but why would you do that? That's mean.
To think Ava could be bested. Who are you? This land is barren, cursed by the old chaos.
What about the new chaos? What's the difference?
It gave birth to atrocities, and the people fled in fear until our Lord, the Ivory King, came. My dear Lord, a most true king. It was with his magnificent soul that he built Eleum Loyce.
Eleum Loyce.
And contained the spread of chaos. But the chaos would not be sated, and the king gave his own soul. Inevitably, the king was drained of vigor and plunged into the chaos's heart. Eleum Loyce was frozen in time.
Look at these walls.
Its leader lost. I remain here to contain the chaos, honoring my lord's wishes. Perhaps one day he will return. There is nothing here save that accursed flame. I have but one wish, that my dear lord might be freed from that unspeakable chaos. I haven't the strength to help him myself, but perhaps one such as you, though I am yet to know your name, stranger. Will you lend me your strength?
Sure.
Kind visitor, I thank you. Let me open the path to chaos. And please, do all you can.
Scratching their back. What a weird animation. Like,
Many of Eleum
they really
Loyce's
rotate.
faithful knights followed their lord into the chaos. But not one of them returned. The king's
Sorry.
It was too long a wait to bear. The knights of Eleum Loyce await a new leader, one who will guide them into chaos. Many of Eleum Loyce, but not one of the king, but the knight, one,
So I think that's it.
but not the knight,
Did-
one who will guide.
Did anything change back here? Yes. This is now, everything is unfrozen and there's a bunch of chests to open. And there's going to be a mimic on one of the floors. Vessel shield. So I'm assuming if I go down there, that's the boss, right? But you want all 4 knights because they freeze portals that summon enemies. And I'm going to be honest with you. I like trying stuff. Like if it was just he hits harder, I would try it. But if it's he has a bunch of guys that you have to fight at the same time as the actual boss, not even worth trying. It might not even be that. It might just be they help you with the 15 million people you fight. I have no reason to run back. It's better to warp. But yeah, it's gonna go okay. I just have to explore this area some more. And I'll start from the beginning. Just go through everything again. Check for frozen stuff that I might have missed. But there's no more winds, so you can actually see what's happening now? That would be nice. lot of stuff to do. If only I could just jump down. Oh, that's where you get the eyes, right there. You can actually see it from the start. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's neat. I like this area. Visually from the outside. Well, I'm technically inside the castle walls, but I think it's an aesthetically pleasing zone. I think navigating it's a little bit awkward, but it's such an awkward backstab animation. I love the variety though. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of exploring of this map for a little while. Oop. I missed. I wonder how the ice rapier looks. I have no idea what category it's in. Is it post greatswords? Here? I mean, that's a lot of damage for being unupgraded, but again, it's a thrusting weapon though, which I'm not a fan of. It's good for gameplay. I'm just not a fan of combat-wise thrusting weapons. That's good damage though. That was super greedy. I should have unlocked on a lot quicker. And that does pretty good damage. They hit for like 300? Which isn't right, because it shouldn't hit for 300. Any good animation? Pretty good. Not the best, but... Oh, it has 50 durability, though. And I assume using its strong attack consumes a bunch. Oh yeah, this guy. Only backstabbing if he deserves it. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting world. It's kind of interesting how little snow there is in this world. Like there's only little patches of snow. It should be a foot deep everywhere. Who's clearing the snow? Or do they have geothermal heating for their sidewalks like parts of Iceland have? Because Iceland, being very volcanic, has a lot of geothermal potential energy. And so there are parts of it, I believe. This could be old news. They could have ripped it up for whatever reason, but I'm pretty sure Iceland had full-scale sidewalks, had geothermal heating under them, and that saves having to clear snow and ice from the sidewalks in the winter. This is rough. There used to be a nice little ice pillar to hide. I mean, come on, game. There was a wall there. Yeah, like, it's an interesting idea, because that sort of geothermal heating, it, I believe, can be fully, like, it doesn't consume energy because the heat itself causes the hot water to rise up, and then when the energy is transferred to the snow and ice melting it, or really the water preventing it from freezing, it then descends again, allowing for, you know, you don't have to invest a ton of external inputs of energy to maintain clear sidewalks and or roads. I'm not sure if... I cannot remember if it was just sidewalks, if they had sidewalks and roads. But it's a very practical application in an area that has a lot of geothermal energy. It wouldn't probably work in a place like Canada because there's not the same geological structure. There's no... to the best of my knowledge, there has not been an active volcano in Canada in a very long time. There probably was at some point in the very, very, very distant past, like Pangea type length. I don't know enough about... I don't remember enough about geology. But I never did go back to explore that other elevator, did I? There's another elevator that I meant to explore. But yeah, like a lot of Canada is like a shield, so it's not at all current, but everything at one point would have been sourced from like volcanic, volcanoes to get the material to the surface. I don't know. I don't know enough about geology. I don't really like geology. It was kind of a boring topic in school. And it's also one of the topics that kind of... Plenty of topics are continued to be taught into, like, high school. I don't think there was much, if any, geology in high school. Because, I mean, most of what geology is taught is metamorphic rocks and stuff. As opposed to more involved, like, there's no super deep... There's a lot of stuff, but it's not like a lot of very interesting stuff taught. I really don't like that. Like, I knew something was going to jump at me to fight as well, but a random tree person. I have to get, you know what? I have plenty of these, and it's probably not going to be too long before I equip the armor. I do actually have to save a few for a boss, but it's not going to be too long until I have the helmet that will let me be immune to losing humanity, so... Because once I beat the DLC and get further in the main game, I think I can equip the crown and not have to worry. Though, I mean, by that point, there's going to be like 2, maybe 3 bosses left. I guess there will be Dark Lurker and the dual cat fight in this DLC will probably be left for that. Dark Lurker, that fight, and then the 3 that remain in the main game after. I think I just have to beat the king to get access to the crown in that way. And the king only needs me to clear the giant memories, which will take a while because there's a lot of them, but... Maybe I just run past these guys. The only reason it took so long to get to where I was going is because I fought everything, but... Actually, I think this one will jump me if I run past. See, if I just go for it, it should be fine. Because I'm going to be going down an elevator, so I'll actually be safe at that point. So, are they suggesting that me rolling in the snow is why I'm covered in frost? Because even as a kid, when you roll in the snow, you don't get covered in snow this way. You get clumps everywhere. You don't get an even misting of frost. I do kind of like the effect of it gradually thawing, though. Like, thawing out from the core. Like, very slowly is kind of cool. Like, the hands are now warmed up. The legs are gradually warming. I mean, that's not how it wouldn't work quite like that, because it wouldn't. But it is kind of an interesting visual. Of course, I'm gonna run past these porcupine guys and then regret it. Can I open this? Oh. Can I go up the ladder? Quick. Quick. Thank you. Thank you. Ooh. Oh. I like this. Lots of ranged guys you can't actually even reach. Everyone loves ranged enemies that you have to shoot with a bow. Bye. I'm just gonna keep running. Because they incentivize this. Oh, he's a faker. I know that for a fact. Am I being chased still? Is the Dark Phantom here? Okay, this guy followed me. Very committed, honestly. Wait, is the... What is... What was that aiming? But there was a health bar that was half down in the middle of nowhere for some reason. What? Where'd this guy come from? Was this the guy that was shooting me from up above and he just tracked me from there to here? Via senses? Because it wouldn't have been able to see me. Oh no, it's a corner. Whatever shall I do? Yeah, it must have been the guy up here. What's this gonna do? It's gonna open a gate? A gate that I didn't know that I wanted to open? Okay, can I get a fair fight? What is this? Unstaggered by my stuff, then I'm staggered for long enough that I can't roll. I might have been out of stamina, but he didn't get staggered by my giant piece of metal smashing into him. It's consistent with how dark spirits work. It is annoying when it does nothing at all to stagger them. When they're wearing like cloth robes. It's complaining about something that I shouldn't be complaining about, but I will still continue to complain because it just feels bad that the enemies aren't staggered when it really feels like they should be. That didn't hit me. It did, but... yeah. The game really does make you run past... well, it doesn't force you to, obviously, but... it does go a great... oh, there's an item there. It does do a lot to really incentivize running past everything. Which I don't really enjoy, but... yeah. It's nice and snowy in this area. It's not very, realistic snow. I had a fun picture that I found. I was walking around, and there was a, basic, not a barricade, but like, it's a like a 2x4 supported on both ends by, I don't know, triangular wood. I can't describe it because I'm bad at thinking of words for it, but it was like early-ish morning, and the sun was partially blocked by the barricade thing. And that sun blocking it meant that there was snow in the shadow of it, and it was pretty fun to see. I quite enjoyed it. I have a picture somewhere, but I only have the picture because it's funny. Ah, yes, everyone's favorite. Oh, this is this guy. Get out of here, please. What was that damage? Like, it did no damage. I'm dead. I'm not, because I got lucky. And this guy's still here, huh? What? Roll tracking. Like, I misplayed, obviously, but it's always fun to struggle more with a generic dark spirit than with a boss. Like, new game +1 Flexile Sentry is easier than this singular enemy because it's not a singular enemy. There's a bunch of other enemies you have to run away from at the same time, and that's why it's more difficult. But it's always fun when the bosses are easier than the obnoxious enemies. Can I jump over it? No, I can't, because it jumps at the same time. Ah, thank you. Please move. Good RNG on where it decided to walk forward instead of shooting me like it does every other time. 30,000 souls down, not an issue because I actually have what I really wanted soul-wise. I don't need another level. Getting to 60 strength would be nice to power stance, but that's definitely not going to be useful from a combat perspective. Like, I don't think for a second that the item would be very good. The power stancing smelter swords would be very effective, so not getting to that is totally fine. Whereas the power stancing the great swords is also bad, but can I jump? Jump. Nope. Through walls again. I am actually going to keep doing this run the exact same in the hopes that he actually shoots magic at me. Because killing them every time will be really annoying. Because I killed him every time the first few. And it's just, take it slow, waste some time. Dying wastes more time. I recognize. It's just, I also wouldn't be surprised if one of the other bonfires is actually closer to where I'm trying to go right now. I just do not in my head have even the slightest idea where any of those bonfires are relative to one another. It was weird that I didn't roll. Wow. Suddenly he will never shoot magic ever again. The first 5 times I ran through here actually fighting stuff, he always shot magic. But now I was predicting him to actually try to attack instead of run past me. Guess I have to take it slow. Wow. So engaging. I think that having the incentive to fight every single enemy Like, them incentivizing that is part of the reason I'm gonna blame that on why I'm so over leveled. I grinded maybe a tiny bit, but not for levels. I grinded just to get bonfire aesthetics that I'm not even gonna end up using, so it was a waste of time. But I got Elizabeth mushrooms there. I got like 20,000 souls, maybe 30,000 souls total max. Might be a little more than that. But I did not grind anything, and I'm level 140 something. Which, even in here, feels over leveled. Now, it's partially because for most of the game I had the Silver Serpent Ring equipped. Yeah, 156. And like the Silver Serpent Ring nominally makes the game harder short term, but you get more souls, so you level faster, so the game's easier long term. But it exists in the game, so the fact that I'm over leveled is the game's fault, is what I'll blame it on. Because repeatedly fighting stuff because I die, but then I don't actually lose my souls as often as maybe I could. So each run is a net gain of souls most of the time. Whereas if they let it be a little bit less of a pain to run past all the meaningless enemies, I wouldn't have as many souls. And if I didn't have as many souls, I wouldn't be over leveled and do. Did the Dark Spirit not summon? I don't know if I read it correctly. If I just ignored it as always, or if it moved really quickly. Yeah, it is there. It just moved quicker than I think it does sometimes. It's pretty funny that those little dinky ice bolts do more damage than their bigger ice bolts. Okay, this is gonna be a lot of fun. I'm just gonna do this. I mean, I killed him, so he should be gone forever. He shouldn't respawn. Now, of course, the fact that his magic went through after he died is annoying, but... Also, it really did delay the "you died" pop-up. I wonder how long you could stay sitting there before it forced you to revive. Anyway, that should be the last time I have to fight him. So, maybe it's the last time I die there. But I will need at least 3 or 4 effigies just to fight the Dark Lurker. And then each attempt requires another human effigy, which the Dark Lurker is a boss. I've found 2 of the locations that are required to fight the boss. I do not know where the rest are. Well, there's 1 or 2 more. I have no idea where the 1 or 2 more are. Give me the not magic again. Like, just cast your magic spell. Well, it's technically a strong attack, but... Just don't waste my time by making me actually fight you guys. It's interesting that the vertical attack does... like, there's no reason it should do more, but... The vertical attack does do a lot less damage than the... Or the upswing does... I'm dead. I'm not dead because they don't do enough damage. From a gameplay perspective, it's interesting that the second attack does so much less damage than the first attack. Okay, they're still chasing me all the way here, yet half the time they would insist on stopping at the staircase and turning back sooner. This time they kept chasing me all the way out. And this guy went back to his spot. Everyone else kept chasing me. This guy went back to his station. Just give me a swing. Give me a swing. I don't know. I think overall the game's been fine. There's been a lot of moments that I think were not fun. But I think all those negative moments have just gotten me kind of sick of the game. So moments where, oh, you have to fight 6 enemies are frustrating to me at this point. Because I kind of want to be done with this game already. Which I'm almost done. There's only like 2 bosses here. And 5 bosses left in the main game. There's only 7 bosses left. And bosses are the only things that matter for completion in my mind. But it's also weird that the sword that doesn't have heat is losing the frost quicker than the rest. Because, like, sure, when the Fume Knight is using it, it bursts into flame, but there's no fire effect from this weapon. So, why does it lose the frost so quickly? Okay, this guy can chase me very effectively. I hate these hedgehogs. They're not hedgehogs, but they're hedgehogs. They're like... He actually spun full 180 when most of these guys don't. Unless that was the other guy that turned before you started to roll in the first place. It's possible. And that's the only time I die to them. Every other time I run through there, I run through a different path. I go to the left instead of the right. But because I went to the right this time, I get ruined. Guess I'm going to have to take this slow, because though I'm going to take it slow, I'm going to kill each of these guys on the way. And I guarantee when I get to that hallway, he's going to shoot magic at me instead of attacking and forcing me to back off and avoid death. Because, like, it's easy to just fight them all. So I wish I could just run past them all. Okay, good. At least this time he did the same thing he did every time I tried to run. That's at least slightly less annoying. Now just run. Is that where the eyes were? It was. I do like the interconnectedness that exists. Like, I guess from a certain perspective, some of these games have an easier time of it. Like, I'd say Elden Ring probably has the easiest time of being interconnected because just about everything is on the same map. There's a few small exceptions with some boss zones you get teleported, but most of it's all connected. But this Eleum Loyce is what they said. Does, like, you can see, oh, I had to go get the eyes from there. It's kind of interesting. Oop, I almost fell. Okay, this way. So I just have to make sure I go to the left because that was consistent every time I had to run past. So I go here. I go on the left side here. And then I can run. That did not feel consistent to me. Quicker, 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 quicker. Thank you. And then I can go in here. Get rid of the magic spam guys, one by one. One at the bottom, one at the top, and then the rest of them. I didn't grab my souls because it was near the porcupine. I'm gonna kill this guy. See if I can kill him while he's here. Nope, he's just gonna keep running. But I can take out this guy. Hey, that's perfect. Thank you. Thanks for your help, magic guy. I'm not gonna keep chasing him now, though. I've explicitly seen a clip online of that guy killing somebody, so that's the only reason I know that he's definitely evil. Also, it's Dark Souls, so you really can't trust a random guy that acts friendly that you can lock onto. I mean, there's even like, I actually really think the Mound Maker's Covenant in Dark Souls 3 is a great idea. Where they can be an ally, they can be an enemy. It's up to them. So if they're helping you, trust them, but recognize it. Ah, lovely. You need a bonfire here. You can trust them, you cannot trust them, it's up to you, and they can stab you in the back. That fits with the Dark Souls aesthetic of everyone's out to get you. Wow. Despite having this spawn, I'm still gonna do the exact same thing. Hide in here. Though maybe this time I can kill the guy. Free backstab again. Followed by targeting where he's gonna run to. I never input that. I've never input that intentionally before. It only gets input by accident. It's not that, it's that. Never once that I wanted to input that other than trying to figure out how to input it. You know what? Deserved. Give me the chest. Bolt stone, so useful. Is there a guy in here? Perfect. 2 strong attacks doesn't kill him. 2 normal attacks, I'm pretty sure, has been killing those guys. Why does it do that? Are they resistant to stabbing with a giant metal hunk of metal? Are they resistant to it? But they are not resistant to being smashed by a giant hunk of metal. It is an interesting question. One that, okay, that guy was super close and still in the far away AI mode. Far away frame rate mode of 5 FPS. Look at that tail. Look at that FPS. Look at the PS3 optimizations. Despite it being a port. I mean, it's not the type of thing that actually matters to improve for a PC port, but it's kind of it just looks bad. Not in it looks bad from a, oh, this company's lazy perspective. It just doesn't look good. I don't like this. I don't like that. It's too quiet. Though the real trick is make you think it's too quiet, make you worried, and then nothing. That's the real trick they should go for. Ah, yes. The classic. It looks totally safe. There's no holes in any of the walls, but you're definitely going to get jumped because you can't get back up. Where do you get jumped from? Oh, okay. The one place that's out of your line of sight. That's appropriate. Oh, a large club +8. Imagine if you spent an extended time upgrading a large club just for it to be like you get a +8 for nothing. Come on, chase me. I hope he didn't heal. That would be lame. He full healed. What a lame guy. Oh, I love that attack. I love this guy. I get to backstab him again. Weird to do that when they're already dead, but I'm actually going to continuously repeat the bonfire until I kill this guy off the bat. Because if I have to fight him and the ice demon, it's not going to be very fun. Unless now that I've gone that far, he doesn't sit here anymore. He still does. It's weird. No. I will actually chase him this one time. See what happens. See how... Never mind, I literally can't because I get body blocked. And I didn't kill him. And these guys can be backstabbed? Weird. Where's the cat ring? There it is. It's so weird that it could be backstabbed. Ah, there he is. So if you get here quick enough, you can probably stop him from healing. I bet I could throw a firebomb down at him from there. I'm curious why they're buddies. Like why the demon is not mauling him to death. Ha, got him. Smooth and silky stone. High value. Oh, lovely. Porcupines. They're not porcupines. I mean, they're closer to porcupines than they are to hedgehogs. I don't know what to call them, though. Because neither really feels appropriate. Just get out of here with the hedgehogs fighting on his side. I want justification. I want deep lore for why the hedgehog creatures side with this guy. Instead of just rolling into him like they roll into me. I want deep lore justifying. I'm also gonna wrap it up soon. I'll make another attempt at killing him right off the bat and then I'll stop there. Like it's, oh, all enemies work together, but why? I want to know why. I genuinely want to know why this one dude is friends with the demon and then the porcupine. It could very easily be justified as they're all agents of the old chaos or something like that. Like, I think it'd be pretty easy to justify. Lovely. Okay, yeah, so the health bar I saw a while ago was him falling down, taking damage. I'll do one more attempt. Because that was a bad attempt. I didn't even get a strong attack in. I should just stand at the door, right? Can I physically body block him from exiting the door? If I stand right here, can he get past me? No. Perfect. So just stand here. Don't do that attack because if I do a normal attack, I step forward a lot more than if I do this. I don't know why this didn't cross my mind sooner. To shoot him with, to just block the door. He was going to cast something, but then he didn't. And he was able to just hold his spell for a very long time. Anyway, I was going to stop, but I've killed him and he also might respawn for all I know, so I'm going to go explore the ice demon cave first, kill the demon, and then stop. Which also I can probably go the other direction through the door I opened and not have to deal with the phantom, because he might not aggro if I don't go through his room. It's a lot of HP. I kind of thought I was going to get hit by that. Kind of don't think I should have been hit as hard as I was there. Because all that hit me was the side of his body. There's nothing like sharp. Oh. Okay, he's a seal. That was just bad, but I don't know. He has a lot more variety in his attacks than I would expect from a random mob. He's not a random mob, but he's not a boss. He doesn't have a boss bar. I didn't expect him to change up his he's on his side attack. I thought he was going to roll back over. Obviously, because I acted as if that's what he was going to do. But I'm going to stop here after I see if he respawns. He does not. Wonderful. See, I'll stop right here even. And I will continue exploring Eleum? Eleum? I can't remember the pronunciation they gave. Eleum Loyce. Next time. Hopefully I'll be able to collect the knights that I need to collect. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. And then I'll be able to try to fight the boss this week. But I'm not sure. So, have a nice day. Bye.